I'm really glad you're here. Before we begin, take a slow breath in through your nose. Hold it for just a moment, and gently let it go through your mouth. Let your shoulders soften. Let your jaw relax. Allow yourself to arrive here without needing to solve anything yet. There is nowhere else you need to be for the next few moments. So many of us move through life carrying invisible expectations about who we should be. We should be generous. We should be selfless. We should never want too much. We should always think of others. And while generosity can be beautiful, sometimes these ideas become tangled with pressure, guilt, or fear. We start to wonder whether receiving is selfish. We question whether wanting something for ourselves makes us less kind. Today, I want to explore something gentler. Not generosity as sacrifice. Not generosity as proof of worth, but generosity as a practice of trust. A practice of loosening our grip without abandoning ourselves. A way of giving that leaves room for love in both directions. Take one more breath in. Notice that you are here. Notice that your body is carrying you. Notice that you do not need to earn rest before receiving it. And as we begin, see if you can set down the question of whether you are doing life correctly. Instead, let yourself become curious. What happens inside of you when you give something away that you truly wanted to keep? Let that thought settle in your mind for a moment. There is a version of generosity we are often taught to admire. The version where someone gives until they have nothing left. The version where sacrifice becomes the proof that love was real. The version where wanting anything for ourselves starts to feel uncomfortable. But underneath that idea, something important can get lost. You can be generous and still have preferences. You can be thoughtful and still want beautiful things. You can care deeply for other people and still care about yourself. Sometimes giving reveals something unexpected. Not because we are failing, but because we are human. You give something away, and suddenly there is sadness or disappointment, or a quiet voice that says, "But I wanted that." That moment does not cancel the generosity. It reveals the relationship you have with desire, abundance, and trust. Do you believe there will still be enough for you? Do you believe that wanting things makes you selfish? Do you believe goodness requires loss? These questions are not accusations. They are invitations. Because generosity that is built on deprivation can eventually become resentment. But generosity rooted in trust becomes freedom. Recently, I created a small daily practice for myself. One of my goals was simple. Give someone something I wanted to keep. Not something I did not care about. Not something extra. something that mattered. One day while shopping for a gift, I found a fragrance I really liked. I could picture keeping it. I imagined bringing it home. It felt special. And then I paused. I remembered the intention. So I added it to her gift. At first, it felt meaningful. But later, I realized something unexpected. I still wanted it. So I went back to the store, and they were sold out. Immediately, my mind created a question. If I buy another one online, does that undo the lesson? If I receive the thing too, did the generosity count less? And underneath that question was something deeper. Can I give freely without resentment? That question stayed with me, because suddenly it became clear this was never really about fragrance. It was about whether giving only counts if I end up without. Whether sacrifice is required to make generosity real. Whether I am allowed to care about someone else and also care about myself. And slowly another possibility appeared. Maybe the lesson had already happened. The lesson was not losing something forever. The lesson was choosing to release my grip. Choosing generosity while being honest that I still desired the thing. Not pretending, not forcing, just noticing. And maybe ordering another one later would not erase the moment. Maybe it would complete it. I can give sincerely, and there is still enough for me too. Now, if it feels comfortable, close your eyes. Take a slow breath in. Feel the cool air fill your lungs, and then breathe out. Imagine you are standing in an open field at the golden hour. The air is calm. The sky stretches wide above you. In your hands is something beautiful. It may appear as an object, a dream, time, energy, recognition, something you value. Feel its weight. Notice that you are not wrong for loving it. Now imagine someone you care about standing in front of you. You choose to offer it to them, not because you have to, not because you disappear, simply because you want to. Watch yourself place it gently into their hands and notice what feeling appears. Do you feel warmth, resistance, fear, sadness, relief? Whatever shows up, let it exist. No fixing, no judging. Now look down. Your hands are empty for a moment. Notice the instinct to fill them. Notice any fear that there is nothing left. And then slowly, a soft light begins gathering in your palms. Not the same object, not replacement, just warmth, enoughness, trust, a quiet understanding. Giving did not make you smaller. You are still whole. You did not lose yourself. You simply learned that your hands can open. Stay here for one more breath. And when you are ready, open your eyes. If today's reflection touched something in you, I want to leave you with this. You do not have to stop wanting things to become a generous person. You do not have to empty yourself to prove your love. You do not have to earn receiving. Sometimes generosity looks like sharing. Sometimes generosity looks like letting someone else go first. And sometimes generosity looks like allowing yourself to enjoy something too. There is room for both. So the next time you give something away and notice a little disappointment appear, see if you can meet it gently, not with shame, but with curiosity. What is this feeling trying to teach me? What do I believe generosity means? And can I expand that definition just enough to include myself too? You are allowed to give. You are allowed to receive. You are allowed to enjoy beautiful things. Remember who you are beneath the noise. And whenever you need a reminder, I'll be right here.